What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Midterm Rental Show. I'm your host, Kramer, and in this episode, I want to share a story about how I not only saved $500 per year, but I also made my midterm rental guests really, really happy. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so this story takes place at my triplex that I rent out as a midterm rental. So I have 3 different units in this property. Each of them I pretty much rent out to traveling nurses. I have had some construction crews in there before, but traveling nurses is my main avatar because it's right next to a hospital. So when I got the property, I initially set up individual Wi-Fi routers and modems in each unit. So I was basically paying like different Wi-Fi bills essentially for each unit. And it's a pretty small triplex. So I kind of realized sooner than later that it was kind of silly for me to be paying all this money so that they each have their own individual Wi-Fi. Because yeah, I wanted their Wi-Fi to be fast, but it just seemed ridiculous how much money I was spending on the internet. So what I did is I decided to take out 2 of the Wi-Fi systems and just leave 1 router and modem in one of the units. And then just have the other 2 tenants and the other 2 units connect to that Wi-Fi system. And what I also did is I upgraded that internet so that it was the fastest speed that Spectrum offered. And things were actually going pretty well for the past year or 2, however long I've owned it now. But I did have a tenant message me and he said this: "Hey Bailey, I want to know if it was an option to upgrade the internet. It's not really that stable for gaming, LOL. I'd be happy to cover the majority of the cost, if not all, depending on what was available. Thanks." And when he sent that message, I was honestly pretty shocked because number 1, I thought that the Wi-Fi was already lightning fast. But number 2, also, he said it's for gaming. It wasn't like this was a need, but I want my guests to be comfortable and happy. So I asked him to send me a screenshot of a Wi-Fi speed test, which basically shows how fast his Wi-Fi is. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put it up on the screen. But the Wi-Fi speed was shockingly slow. Again, considering I had the fastest Wi-Fi plan that Spectrum offers. Now, granted, this tenant is in the bottom unit and the Wi-Fi router is in one of the top units. So maybe that had a factor of it, but I was still shocked by how slow the speed was. So I instantly went to my best friend, ChatGPT, to figure out what solutions I could do without spending a lot of money. Even though the tenant offered to pay for it, I still wanted a permanent solution because this tenant's only there for about 3 months. I wanted a solution that was going to be fast for all my guests moving forward as well. So I first decided to look at how much it would cost to buy a whole new separate router and modem just for this unit alone. And if I went for a different company and I got their special sign-on bonus and whatever, it was going to be like $40 per month. Now, would I have done it and would my tenant be happy? Yeah. And I would have maybe had him pay for some of it, but I couldn't wrap my head around buying a whole new Wi-Fi system. I just knew there had to be something different. So then ChatGPT recommended that I get a Wi-Fi extender. Now, I've used them before and I honestly haven't had great experiences with them, but I called up Spectrum to see kind of their thoughts and takes on it. And the lady on the phone was like, yeah, definitely don't buy another Wi-Fi system. You're going to be completely wasting money on it. Just buy a Wi-Fi extender. They're really good. And the best part was that they were only $3 per month. So instead of spending $40 per month, this option is $3 per month, which I am more than happy to pay for. So I told the lady on Spectrum, go for it. Go ahead and ship it out to the property. She shipped it out and it was honestly really easy to set up. So just to walk you through it in case you ever have to deal with this, all the tenant has to do is plug in this extender from Spectrum into the wall, and it basically just automatically connects to the Wi-Fi system. And I could even see it on my Spectrum app to see if it's connected properly. Now, if you don't use Spectrum, I'm sure Xfinity and other Wi-Fi providers have a similar option, but this was just my experience with Spectrum. So my tenant plugs it in and I say to him, hey, it looks like it's connected. Can you run a speed test? Let me know how the internet speed is. And it was lightning fast. My tenant was so happy. And I'll even put the before and after speed on the screen. But it went from your internet connection is fine to your internet connection is very fast. So the tenant was happy because he has fast Wi-Fi. I was happy because I only had to spend an extra $3 per month to make this happen. And now I have a great solution for future properties. So if you run a duplex, triplex, or even a quadplex, and you have separate Wi-Fi systems in each unit, I recommend you try something like this because it will save you a lot of money and you can still give your tenants super, super fast internet speed. So I hope you had value out of this episode and I will see you in the next one. Peace.